Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. Beneath the rugged surface of Utah's Uinta Basin, where ancient legends whispered through the cottonwood trees and the land breathed secrets into the desert air, Blind Frog Ranch sat in the center of a mystery too deep for most to comprehend. Known for strange energy readings, native lore, and an unexplainable resistance to excavation, the land had long guarded its secrets like a jealous sentinel. But now, something had changed. It began with a subtle shift in the air. Technology, normally erratic on the ranch, flickered to life with an unusual clarity. Drones that had crashed before now held their signals. Sensors buried deep into the rocky soil began to send back strange readings, ones that defied the geological expectations of the area. A metal signature, dense and unusual, pulsed from an underground chamber, one buried beneath layers of limestone and clay no natural process could explain. Dwayne and his crew, hardened by years of dead ends and whispered warnings, were not new to false leads. Yet this time felt different. The data didn't lie, and it didn't match any known mineral or man-made substance. It radiated with an energy signature not of the earth, nor of human creation. They began the dig cautiously. The ranch had taught them the price of haste. Shovels struck rock, picks uncovered fossilized roots, and then, 3 meters down, metal. Not iron, not steel. Something else. It gave no echo when tapped, resisted corrosion, and was buried deeper still. After hours of cautious clearing, they revealed what appeared to be a large, spherical object embedded in the earth, partially fractured, its dark surface flecked with silvery veins. The meteor was cold. Incredibly cold, despite the surrounding heat of the desert sun. It held an unnatural chill, as if it remembered the void it had traveled through before its descent to Earth. The crew gathered around it, eyes wide. The readings confirmed the impossible: Iridium, nearly pure. A rare metal, not commonly found in Earth's crust. Most of it, in fact, came from meteors. But that wasn't the only thing. Within the fragmented surface of the meteor, subtle patterns glimmered. Not cracks or faults, but lines, deliberate, symmetrical, as if the object had been manufactured or altered before it ever touched Earth. And it wasn't alone. Further scans revealed a hollow space beneath the meteor, a pocket untouched by collapse or time. It was as if the meteor had not crashed, but had been placed, lowered, protected. Tensions rose among the crew. Some believed it a message, others a warning. Skeptics clung to natural explanations, but few could ignore the facts. This was not just a space rock. It was a vault, a container, and what lay inside had waited a long time to be found. Getting into the meteor proved impossible with normal tools. Its exterior resisted drilling, cutting, even controlled charges. The material, whatever it was, refused to yield. But the fractured area from impact offered a narrow passage, like a wound in the vessel's armor. They inserted a scope. The feed came through in flickers, unstable but visible. The interior was hollow, as suspected, lined with strange, black material that seemed to absorb light. At the center, something floated. A shard, crystalline, rotating slowly, as if suspended in zero gravity despite the Earth's pull. The shard pulsed with a rhythmic glow, red, then blue, then back again. No one could explain it. No batteries, no power source. Yet it moved, alive in its own strange way. And then the machines began to fail. Batteries drained, lights dimmed. A compass needle spun like a toy. The crew's walkie-talkies sputtered static laced with a low-frequency hum, one that no one could trace, but everyone felt in their teeth. Animals on the ranch grew restless. Cattle refused to approach the excavation. Birds circled above, then vanished. Even the wind seemed to change direction, now blowing east to west, against every local pattern. Despite the growing unease, the team pushed forward. Curiosity had become obsession. They constructed a magnetic crane to extract the shard without human contact, fearing contamination or something worse. As the claw lowered into the meteor's wound, the shard pulsed faster. The hum grew louder. Readings on every monitor went off scale, and then silence. Everything stopped. The hum, the lights, the wind. For 5 long seconds, the world held its breath. When power returned, the shard was gone. The crane's claw held nothing. Panic spread through the crew. Did it fall? Did it vanish? Had it activated something? The ground shook. A tremor. Localized but powerful. Cracks split the limestone near the dig site. Dust rose in clouds, revealing symbols, etched deep into the surrounding rock. Symbols that no tool had made. Geometric patterns, some resembling ancient petroglyphs, others entirely alien. They glowed faintly with a blue phosphorescence, pulsing in rhythm to a sound none of them could hear, but all could feel. They weren't alone anymore. Night came early. The sun dipped, but the sky remained stained in strange hues, purple and gold, as if reflecting a different spectrum. Above, a constellation blinked out. Then another. A pattern began to emerge, shifting stars, like a map being redrawn in real time. In the control trailer, the computers rebooted themselves. Every screen displayed the same thing. A single line of data, endlessly repeating. Coordinates, but not Earth coordinates. At least, not entirely. One of the team members, a former NASA contractor, recognized part of the sequence. It matched the trajectory of an ancient meteor impact, the Chicxulub crater. The same impact scientists believe wiped out the dinosaurs. The same event that also released massive amounts of iridium into Earth's crust. Could this meteor be related? Or the same kind? The implications were staggering. If the shard within the Blind Frog Ranch meteor matched that found in the impact zone of the extinction event, it meant intelligent interference at least 66 million years ago. Not just a meteor, a delivery system. A message in a bottle cast across eons. But what was the message? And why now the shard, though missing, had left behind a residue? A faint electromagnetic field lingered where it once floated, along with microscopic particles unlike any known alloy. An analysis revealed their composition: iridium fused with trace elements not found on Earth. More puzzling still, embedded within those particles were nanoscale structures, impossibly intricate frameworks resembling circuitry, self-contained, self-replicating. Machines? Memories the scientists didn't know. They weren't sure they wanted to. But the symbols in the rock grew brighter. Then came the dreams. Each member of the team began to experience vivid, identical dreams. Visions of light spiraling down from the heavens, of titanic machines drifting silently through the black, gathering stars like fruit, of a planet, not Earth, breaking apart into dust as something watched from the shadows. Every morning, they awoke with a word on their lips, one none of them recognized, yet all could pronounce. The language was not human, but the meaning, once deciphered, struck them cold. Remember, whatever the shard had been, key, beacon, memory core, it had served its purpose. It had awakened something buried deep, not just beneath the ranch, but within the fabric of the Earth itself. There were more. Further scans of the ranch, and beyond, began to reveal similar signatures. Faint, hidden, buried across the globe like a forgotten network. each node silent, each containing a fragment, perhaps a shard of something larger, and all of them waiting. Blind Frog Ranch was only the beginning. In the weeks that followed, authorities quietly cordoned off the site. The crew was dismissed under non-disclosure. Equipment was confiscated. The Meteor was sealed beneath reinforced barriers. Official reports labeled the event a seismic anomaly. No further explanation offered. But the symbols never stopped glowing. And in the sky, a new star appeared. Not on any chart. Not part of any constellation. It pulsed red, then blue, then red again. Waiting. Just like the shard had done. And somewhere deep beneath the surface, the Earth remembered. In the heart of Utah's Uinta Basin, where legend often weaves itself into reality, Blind Frog Ranch remained a place of unanswered questions. Locals spoke of strange lights, ancient curses, and energies that defied explanation. The soil was unpredictable. Electronics often failed without reason, and more than one visitor had left the land with a sense that something was watching. Something old, something hidden. The crew, weathered by years of failed digs and strange occurrences, had begun to map the ranch in sections, determined to uncover what lay beneath. In a remote stretch of the property, where trees thinned and the ground hardened unnaturally, seismic scans began to return strange readings. Metallic echoes reverberated from underground chambers where no known metal should be. The data was inconsistent, but the anomalies repeated often enough to draw serious attention.